SFUSD, that's the place to be. SFUSD, bienvenidos a Tijuana. SFUSD, everyone come and see. SFUSD, join our family. S is for students, F for families too. U is for united, talking about me and you. S for solidarity, D is for diversity. SFUSD.
Hey there, scientists. Happy Tuesday. How are you enjoying the weather today? Oh, some of you haven't even gone outside. Well, I hope you do get to go outside because it feels so great to enjoy the sun. For those that went outside today, how did it feel? Was it cold, so-so, or warm? Oh, some of you felt different things. Well, for those that haven't gone outside today, I thought we would do something a little different. Let me give you some background to it before I explain. Since we're answering the question, why can't we measure a person's temperature after being in the sun? I thought we would spend today measuring different temperatures, which means we'll have to go outside. I'm so excited, scientists. I don't think we've had the opportunity to learn outside together. So today, we'll be going outside and measuring the temperature of 3 different objects. And of course, me, Maestra Mesa. First, I'm going to take my temperature and that of the 3 items. Then we'll wait some time after standing in the sun and measure the temperature of each item. And then me again. What do you think? Could this help us answer our question? I think it might too. I made a chart that I'm going to take outside with me, and we'll use that to record everything. But should we just get started? Great, let's get to it, scientists. Hey, scientists, isn't it a beautiful day to measure temperatures? Let's get started. All right, so we're going to be measuring the temperatures of 3 different things. Myself, Maestra Mesa, this fabric, and this plastic bin with letters. I'm also going to record all my information in my science notebook. Are you ready? Me too. Now that I'm outside and away from my friends, I can take off my mask. Whew. Awesome. So I'm going to start off by taking my own temperature. Oh, this looks kind of scary. That's it? Let's see what it says. Did you see 98.1? Me too. So, me before we start, 98.1. Next, I have to measure the temperature of my plastic bin. Do you see what it says? 75.7. I'm going to write that down in my notebook. All right, 75.7. And all of these are Fahrenheit. Great. Now we're going to measure the piece of fabric, the temperature, not the length. 87.8. That's closer to my temperature. Now I'm going to write down that temperature. 87. All right. And now we're going to let some time pass to see if our temperatures change. All right, so 10 minutes have passed, so we're going to measure the temperatures of our items. So let's do the plastic bin. Oh, wait. Forgot to change the setting, scientists. It's always important to be precise. Whoa, 82.5. I think that changed. All right, now I'm going to record that. 82.5, and that's Fahrenheit. And now I'm going to measure my temperature. Oh my gosh, 101.8. I must have a fever. And now I'm going to record that. 101.8. Whew. Now we're going to measure the temperature of the fabric. 86 degrees. 86, right. 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And now we're gonna wait a little more time to see if the temperatures change again. Now I'm gonna read mine. Oh my gosh, high? That means it went over 102 degrees. Right, now I'm gonna write that temperature down. Because it didn't give us an exact number, I'm just gonna put 102 plus because it said high. And now we're gonna measure the temperature of the plastic bin. Let me make sure it's on the right setting. 84.7. All right, now I've got to record it. 84.7. 84.7 degrees. Now we're going to record the temperature of the fabric. 85.4. Now I should write it. 85.4. Great. So, scientists, it looks like most of the items, myself and the plastic, had the temperatures go up. We went from 98, well, I went from 98.1 to 100.1.8 to 102. The plastic started at 75.7 degrees, went up to 82.5, and then 84.7. The fabric was really interesting. It started at 87.8, then went down to 86, and then went down to 85.4. I think this brings us closer to answering our question, but now I have a question about this one. Let's go back inside and see what we can do with this. Ooh, scientists, we got so much evidence from going outside. What was something you noticed about what we saw? I noticed that too. Most of the items got warmer after being in the sun, and I think my temperature changed a bit too. This is all way too interesting. Scientists will have to stop here today, but tomorrow, I want us to use some more evidence and interpret it. That means understand it. I can't wait to learn with you tomorrow. Please enjoy the rest of the show. There are so many things to learn today.
Hola, my name is Maestra Luna Vasquez. Today, we are going to do a song about animals and the sounds and music that they make in their habitats. They're places where they live. You get to sing along too. So when I say buzz, 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 you can buzz like a bee. When I say oh, you can howl like a wolf. And when I sing like a big whale, you can make those sounds too. Here we go. Can you believe animals make music in their habitats, the places where they live? Bees buzz. Listen. Bees buzz to and from their hive. Buzz, buzz, and do a little dance. Buzz, 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 buzz. Can you believe animals make music in their habitats, the places where they live? Wolves howl. Listen. Wolves howl in the mountain ranges. Oh, oh, at the full bright moon. Oh, 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 oh. Can you believe animals make music in their habitats, the places where they live? Crickets chirp. Listen. Crickets chirp in the grassy meadow. They rub their legs together. Can you believe animals make music in their habitats, the places where they live? Whales sing. Listen. Whales sing in the ocean waters. They communicate with song. Can you believe animals make music in their habitats, the places where they live? Birds whistle. Birds whistle morning, noon and night, in trees and while in flight. Can you believe animals make music in their habitats, the places where they live? Can you believe you can make music in your habitat, the place where you live? I hope you had fun making music as if you were a little animal.
I'm Sophie Blackwell. I'm going to read you my new book, which is called If You Come to Earth, with permission from Chronicle Books. And it goes like this. If You Come to Earth, by Sophie Blackwell. Dear visitor from outer space, if you come to Earth, here's what you need to know. You can find us near a big sun and a tiny moon and a bunch of other planets. Ours is the greeny blue one. The green and brown bits are land, and the blue stuff is water. People mostly live on the land in big cities and small towns and tiny villages, or just in the middle of nowhere. We live in all kinds of homes. We lost our homes in a fire, in a flood, in a war. In all kinds of families. There are more than 7 billion people on Earth. We all have bodies, but everybody is different. Except for my friends who are identical twins and look the same, except for Mustafa's mole. Inside our heads, we are usually thinking. You can't see our thoughts, but sometimes we show our feelings on our faces. Even if we don't feel like it, we get dressed every day. We wear different clothes depending on what we do and where we live and if it's hot or cold. There's lots of different weather in the world. Some of it's good and some of it's bad. Do you recognize Peter from A Snowy Day? Wherever people live, we usually have to go someplace else. There are lots of ways to get there. This page is an homage to one of my favorite children's book illustrators when I was little, Richard Scarry, and I used to love to look at all the busy things on Richard Scarry's pages, and so I put lots of busy things in here to find. Like when I was a kid, there was always a combi van that was breaking down in front of us, and I used to get very excited whenever I saw a truck pulling a house along. There's a garbage truck losing some garbage. I I'm a kid, and kids go to school to learn stuff, so we'll know what to do when we're grown up. The kids on this page are all real kids. They were second graders at the Brooklyn New School, and all their names are in the back of the book. Grown-ups do lots of things to make the world work. I wonder if you recognize any of these grown-ups. They are all real people. Some of them are famous, and some of them are just real regular people like you and me. But maybe you recognize Dr. Hayden, who is the Librarian of Congress. Maybe you recognize Beyonce, or Serena Williams, or Ruth Bader Ginsburg. There are lots of other people on these pages. But when people are not at work or at school or sick or asleep, we get to do whatever we want. Whatever we are doing, we need to eat when we are hungry. Some of us have more food than others. We all need food and water to survive. We get water from the rain, which flows into little streams and big rivers and all the way to the sea. You can't drink the sea because it's too salty. The sea looks empty, but actually it's full. Did you see that little trick? Little hint of the great big whale. Fish can swim, but they can't walk. Most animals can walk or swim or gallop or hop, but they can't fly. I can fly, says the bat. Some birds can swim and walk and fly. I can't fly, says the penguin. So if I had to choose, I'd be a bird. Birds can sing, so can whales, and people. People make all kinds of music on our own and all together. Some of us who are deaf talk with our hands and faces. Some of us who are blind read with our fingers. There's a secret message in Braille here that my friend Nate told me about. If we are blind, we can imagine colours as shapes and sounds. These are the colours you need to paint everything in the world. I asked a lot of people for help coming up with the names for these colours, and I got some great suggestions. I love, this one is Unicorn's Tail. This one is Squeaky Marker. I love Grandma's Lipstick. And I think one of my very favourites is this one, Leftovers. Some things are part of nature. Some things are made by people. Some things are big, some are small. Do you know what that one is? It's a grain of sand. Not to be confused with that one, which is a freckle. Some things are invisible, like wind, an invisible cloak, ghosts, gravity, electricity, the smell of roast chicken, old socks, frangipani, wet wool, sound waves, germs. Some germs can make you sick. So can eating a woolly milk-capped toadstool, or breathing in smoke, or getting spat on by a slow loris. They may look adorable, but they have poison in their spit. Actually, it's in their elbows, but if they lick their elbows and then spit on you, you can get really sick. Sometimes people get hurt by accident. Mom! Sometimes we hurt each other. It's better when we help each other. Babies are not very good at anything. Kids are good at lots of things. Grown-ups can do just about anything until they are really, really old. But by then, the babies are grown up and can help. Older people are good at telling stories about the world when they were young. Kids are good at making up stories that haven't happened yet. There are lots of things we don't know. We don't know where we were before we were born or where we go when we die. But right this minute, we are here together on this beautiful planet. If you come to Earth, you can stay in my room. Love, Quinn. P.S. How many eyes do you have? Are you small or big? Do you have any pets? When's your birthday? Is it always dark where you are? Are you going to visit us? My friends and I want to know. And if you look under the cover, there's a surprise. You get to see the visitors from outer space.
Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. I'm so glad that every little cell in my body is well. I'm so glad every little cell in my body is well.
Hi, it's Miss Genoa from San Francisco Ballet's Dance in Schools and Communities program. I was just reading this really interesting book about Greta Thunberg, a young Swedish girl who wanted to change the world, and she ended up sparking a revolution. When she was only 8 years old, she saw a film in her class at school about global warming. She got so concerned about the polar bears who were having trouble finding food because of the effects of climate change that she wanted to take action. When she was 15 years old, she started with a small strike outside of a government building where she held a sign and had information to share with other people. That grew into a global movement where she challenged adults to make decisions to help protect the environment for the next generation. Can you imagine that? A young girl changing the minds of adults and helping protect the environment? Greta said, "You're never too young to make a difference." Let's look at some movement today based on animals that are being affected by global warming. And we're going to put it together into a dance. Maybe you can share the dance with an adult in your life, and they might make changes in the ways that they act to help protect the environment. Let's start with the polar bears that Greta was so worried about. Can you make yourself big like a polar bear and lunge forward? Try it again. Up real high and lunge. Big and lunge your opposite arm as your leg. Try it with me. Up like a polar bear and lunge. Up and lunge. Very good. The snow leopard is also endangered. Did you know that the snow leopard is known for jumping up to like 29.5 feet? Can you do a big jump like a snow leopard? And then as we go back, let's wrap around ourselves, because snow leopards have tails that grow up to 41 inches that they wrap themselves up in for warmth. Let's try it again. Big jump and wrap. Very nice. Monarch butterflies are also endangered. Can you flutter like a monarch butterfly? Maybe let's go low to high. Flutter those wings. Very good. Now sea turtles are also endangered. Sea turtles push through the water and glide. Can you do that? Push and glide. Push and glide. Ooh, we want to protect those sea turtles. They're so beautiful. Push and glide. Push and glide. And lastly, let's move like African and Asian elephants that are unfortunately also in danger. Let's take our chunk and swing and sway back and forth. Doesn't that feel good? All right, let's try putting those movements together. Ready? Polar bear. Up and lunge. Up and lunge. Up and lunge. Then take a big snow leopard jump and wrap your tail. Snow leopard jump, wrap your tail. Now flutter like a butterfly. Flutter, flutter. And sea turtle, push and glide. One more time each way. And then sway like an elephant. Now that's a dance that you can share with your family. Take a bow. What is it in this beautiful earth that you care about and you want to protect? You know, you can put movement to any idea and make up your own dance. Maybe you care about the trees. Maybe you care about the oceans. Or maybe it's the melting glaciers. Why don't you make up your own dance and share it? Greta Thunberg is a very special young person, but something that's extra special about her is that she's autistic. Although her autism makes some things more difficult, she actually calls it her superpower. And it's her autism that helped her focus her passion about climate change and really make a difference. We learned today that you can make art about meaningful topics. I hope that you share your endangered animal dance with somebody and teach them about the importance of protecting the environment. Enjoy the rest of the program. Bye.
Hello, I'm Superintendent Dr. Vincent Matthews of the San Francisco Unified School District. It made me so happy to spend time with you today, and I hope you had fun too.
What did you make on the show today? Submit your content here using the QR code or go to bit.ly, bit.ly/SFUSD, yes, and watch all of our episodes at sfusd.edu/SF-loves-learning.
And now it's time to say goodbye. So let's sing our goodbye song. For this song, you have to use your whole body. Will you sing it with me? Wave high, wave low. For now, it's time to go. Wave your elbows, wave your toes, wave your tongue, and wave your nose. Wave your knees, wave your lips. Blow a kiss with your fingertips. Wave your ears, wave your hair, wave your belly, and wave your derriere. Wave your chin, wave your eye. For now it's time to say goodbye. Bye-bye.
SFUSD, that's the place to be. SFUSD, bienvenidos a Tijuana. SFUSD, everyone come and see. SFUSD, join our family.